All right. Well, just as A1 is a group of people with one common vision, that's to save Australia. That's it. And so, is it possible that a bunch of bad guys got together to destroy the planet? Absolutely. And it's equally plausible that there's a bunch of good guys that said we better do something about it. And these guys are in high places with access to technology, access to capabilities, to people, networks. And they are working to help us, just like we are helping ourselves. But we have to help ourselves because everyone's saving their own country. And I was asked today on an international interview, how can we help Australia? And I said, that's easy. Save your own country, because what we've got to do is stretch our adversaries to fight this war for the world on every front possible. So if you only got one enemy, you can focus all your resources on that one enemy, and then you do the next and the next in sequential fashion.
Right.
But if everybody fights, if everybody brings their country to a standstill, and we do this simultaneously through non-violent non-cooperation, then our adversary doesn't have the resources to deal with it. They're already trying to deal with the schism in the Masons and the Masonic Lodge. For the low-level people, it's just a gentleman's club where you get to promote your business. But as you get further up, they're big into pedophilia and they cover it up. And as you get further up still, they're into satanic ritual abuse. Check it out, SRA. And if you don't know what, look it up. Just look it up for yourself. But what's happened is, because we've been able to come out and name our adversary and go, you know what, the moronic Masons are doing it again. And you got to understand, the police force, they control the Masons. And there's a schism right down the middle. And you've got the really sick buggers up the top who are worried about the low-level ones who think it's a gentleman's club. And there's this huge division, and they're desperately trying to keep the two together, but they can't. They're being ripped apart. Once that mechanism collapses, and it's in a state of collapse right now.
It seems to be the glue that sticks them together, Ricardo, doesn't it? It's their common glue that holds them all together.
And that's how they've managed to control the country. Yeah, the Masonic network. But they are losing, and they know they are losing. They are desperate, yeah. So it's okay. The White Hats are this group of people that have been operating against these guys. Now, the plan against which they're operating is a multi-decade plan, very sophisticated, very careful. And so to defeat that, you need to have this measured, sophisticated, careful plan to beat it. It's not just simply a matter of flying the paratroops in, the 101st Airborne, the 82nd Airborne, and putting guns in people's heads, because you could arrest the entire Parliament and you haven't solved the problem, because the judges are all corrupt, the High Court's corrupt, the lawyers are corrupt, the police are corrupt, the military's corrupt, everybody, they're all done.
Yeah.
So you can't do it that way. So they have to do this in a careful, measured way in order to make sure that they get everybody. Now, you've got to understand this. We're going to have some great wins in the next 5 years. Australia will change dramatically, but the work won't be done for another 3 or 4 generations. We're talking about at least 100 years before we can finally literally sit back and go, oh, thank Christ that's done. We've finally got the last of the bad guys, because these guys dig deep and they're not going to give up easily. So understand this is just our first victory. This is like landing on the beach in Normandy. We're not in Berlin yet. We're just trying to get a toehold on the beach in Normandy, and that's what's happening over the next couple of months. Next, I guess, we get through this bit, then we got next 6 months or so, we're getting a toehold on Normandy, and then we've got to fight all the way through to Berlin. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And so this is a long, long war. We have a couple of generations that don't know their history, and we have a lot of people that we've been told the wrong history, and much of what we believe to be true is a lie. And those 2 little tidbits I mentioned about Standard Oil and the Ford Motor Company, that in itself is shocking enough. People go, oh, that's rubbish, that's not true, that couldn't be true. Well, that's fine. But if you think that's challenging, oh my God, the stuff that I have seen and heard and know about will blow your mind. They'll have a psychological meltdown when they find out the full truth, the full history of the earth. Yeah. Which is nothing most people can understand. So the White Hats are the good guys who have been working quietly behind the scenes, pulling it down. And the White Hats are doing good work. They really are. But we have to do our job. We have to bring this country to a standstill. I don't like being the
all of us.
All of us. Yes.
Yeah. All of us.